قد مخلون لخلون نخلكم دمص حزبكم كتخونو كابرحون كقروان بزح مسواعت غيركم سلا زمصاخم بسم مدالوتي بسم محبر تغارو اوروبا خمسغنكم يفتو مسغانا ياو كم ባህልና ስለ ዝኾነ ነበር ተጋደልቲ ዲያስፖራ አውሮፓ ይኹም ስለዚህ ኩሉ ግዜ ቃውቃልስና ትቡዕ በዝኾነ መልክዑ ክንቅፅል ዝግባእ ስለዚህ በዓርቢ አኼባ ስለ ዘካይዱ ኣብዚ ቀዲሞም አንቢዮም ወኽመፁ ኢልና ምክንያቱ ናይ ትግራይ ጉዳይ ሓደ አጀንዳኦም እዩ ተቀዲሞም ክሪእዎ ኢልና በዓርቢ ዘእተናየ ደብዳቤ ከንበልኩም እየ ብዝተኻለ መንገድ ግን ዝተወሰነ ቅድም ኢሎም ዝነበሩ ዳታታት ክዘሎም እየ ስለ ዝነውሕት ደብዳቤ ማለት እዩ I'm going to read the letter that we have submitted to the European Union on your behalf on last Friday. So I will try to focus on the main points and shorten it. To the European Parliament Committee on Foreign Affairs, Brussels, Belgium. Your Excellencies, the Union of Tigrayans in Europe would like to express its gratitude to the EU and all its entities for a principled stand for humanity demonstrated in the joint motion for motion for resolution on recent humanitarian and human rights situation in Tigray, followed by a commitment that secured the extension of the mandate of the international the mandate of the International Commission for Human Rights Experts in Ethiopia. Ethiopia has now Eritrean forces are also deeply involved in the conflict and attacking Tigray in the northern, northwestern and northeastern direction by shelling villages, towns and killing civilians. The humanitarian aid that has been trickling into Tigray is now completely interrupted. The catastrophic situation created by the first round of the genocidal war and the siege seems not to be enough for these invading forces. The timing of the attack at this time, in this rainy season, is not also random. It is a well-planned strategy to deliberately disrupt the limited farming activity going on in Tigray, which ultimately will contribute to starve the people of Tigray to submission. Hence, we European Tigrayans urge you not to hesitate to take any action that you have at your disposal to press the genocidal forces, respect international human rights and humanitarian laws. Tigrayans more than any ever needs EU and other multilateral organizations to say no to war, no to atrocities, no to crimes against humanity, and no to genocide. We have noticed that the Tigray conflict is in your agenda today. We thank you once again for naming that as an agenda. However, we expect you to take practical actions such as economic sanctions, arms embargoes on Ethiopia and Eritrea, travel restrictions on leaders of Ethiopia and Eritrea, as well as declaring a no-fly zone over Tigray for military planes and drones. Such concrete actions will force the genocidal forces to one, choose cessation of hostilities by silencing of guns and ending daily air bombardments that indiscriminately targeting civilians. Two, respect for the international humanitarian laws by ending the weaponized starvation by securing unfettered flow of humanitarian aid. respect international human rights laws by restoring basic services in Tigray, and for enforce a verifiable, immediate and unconditional withdrawal of external forces of Eritrea and Amhara regional states that still are committing atrocities in Tigray, which will be crucial for A, building confidence among the polarized actors in the conflict, B, securing a negotiated sustainable ceasefire, C, promoting an all-inclusive dialogue to resolve the political crisis in East Ethiopia peacefully, and last, facilitating accountability, transitional justice, and reconciliation process. The ICHRE that has disclosed crimes against humanity have been committed by the genocidal forces of Ethiopia and Eritrea need safe working environment to access and investigate the affected areas, as well as talk with the victims and witnesses in Tigray. We, the European Tigrayans, we are demonstrating here in front of the European Parliament in Luxembourg with slogans. We want peace, not war. And we want more than anything the Eritrean forces to go out of Tigray. We want the peace to restore on Tigray. The dialogue is to resume. Hence, we candidly ask the EU to act and act now. We thank you.